Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Running with Rabbits. I'm Sean.
I'm Devin.
This is episode 10.
We made it to double digits.
There we go. We finally got there. It's been a long time coming.
We haven't given up yet.
Yep. No, we're not quitters.
There was a couple nights where like...
Yeah, there was a lot of nights where it's like, screw it, we're done. I'm absolutely done with this. But no,
Hell,
we're
you said
just...
the first episode.
What?
You said it the first episode.
Oh, yeah. First episode was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that was just because
episodes like...
I brought up somebody.
Oh, yes, that was... yes, I just knew. It was like, I knew our entire crew was dead that moment.
Oh, no, we'll be fine. I do. We'll eventually circle back to that one.
Maybe. If I can avoid it, no, we're not.
Oh, come on.
But anyways.
I get on my rants then.
That you do. That you do. Anyways, again, we're just two retards trying to figure everything out and see where we can make it in life.
We figured a lot of it out.
We figured out a lot out. We still struggle here and there. We're still trying to figure out some things. And
I found out my computer remembered things.
Yeah, we found out that Devin's computer is smarter than him, which is not that big of a surprise, honestly.
I can still beat the fuck out of this robot.
For now. Until Skynet takes over.
No. Speaking of AI, this ain't what the today's episode is going to be about. But I got a new story about fucking robots and how much I hate them, and they're not about to take over.
No, there's no way.
The Roomba was trying to fight me the other day. I was making a sandwich. The motherfucker kept hitting my leg. It rolled over my foot like 3 times.
I'm going to attach a knife to your Roomba. So we can slice your Achilles.
Fuck you. You ain't got a Roomba shit.
I do not.
I was about to say, I'll put a claymore on yours.
Anyways, so after our last episode, Devin has something he would like to say.
I like to make sure the truth's out there, and we made a major blunder on last episode, and I feel like we have
offended all guinea pigs.
I made a slight miscalculation, and we said, damn, they ain't got big balls. Turns out, guinea pigs got fucking massive cojones.
We talked to a
fucking known
legitimate exotic vet, and they did inform us that guinea pigs have fairly large testicles to the size of a medium-sized dog, as of like a blue heeler breed.
Mm-hmm. Which is massive for a fucking guinea pig. Never would have thought
for something that's not much longer than your book here.
Yeah, probably round about there. Yeah.
But so I mean that means half this guinea pig's weight, because they don't get but like 3 pounds,
right,
is nothing but testicle.
Who would have fucking known?
Yeah, who'd have known?
You know, I wouldn't have.
You want to get chat brought up?
Yeah, I'll do that. Because I forgot to do that.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Me and Tristan powering the AI.
What are you talking about, Reed? Because I feel like I highly know who that is. If that's the person I think it is. Oh, never mind. I do know what you're talking about. Yes, you were most definitely powering the AI. Yes. Yeah. So, Reed there works for a massive power company, and they power AI data centers.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's a fucking traitor.
You son of a bitch. How dare you?
But anyways,
trying to attack me while I'm making a turkey sandwich.
We're actually going to kick it back in age from AI today. We're going to be talking about
complete opposite direction.
I mean, technically, if you dig back far enough, they're the founding fathers of AI. Because all AI does is a machine that thinks. Philosophers, all they do is think.
Yeah, that's true.
But today we're going to be talking about philosophers.
We have thoughts. We think things. We're basically philosophers.
Essentially. I mean,
retarded ones, but...
whichever way you want to stretch it, bud. Whichever way you want to stretch it.
You know.
But no, so you asked me to do homework. I did very little homework on this. So
I'm proud of you. Before I left my house today, I was packing everything up. I grabbed my router and I was like, he didn't do homework. I sat there.
I done a little.
There's no way he
like
did
a
homework.
good, solid 30 minutes of homework. And
If I was betting on it, I'd have lost. I'd have lost.
about 40 minutes if you talk to the colleague I called about that has a degree in philosophy. Reed said money is money. Fair enough, bud. You make good money. I'm not going to deny that. Just remember to take me on your duck hunts when you go.
I want to go duck hunting.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
But anyways, so Devin wanted this topic. As for why, I don't know, because this is not something I'm very educated in. I grew up in a very small, poor dunk town. And all it meant to anybody in the town was trying to make money. So philosophy was not a career path that I thought to ever choose, nor did I find interesting.
I think that might change tonight.
Yeah.
I've got 2 pages of notes
Jeez.
on one philosopher.
I did learn that Cercius is essentially the founding father of philosophy.
Who?
And Socrates.
Socrates.
I can't read. Socrates is the founding father of philosophy, dating back to around 469, 399 BC, and he was the founder of the Athens school of philosophy. He was also the mentor to Plato and Aristotle.
We're all familiar with the famous painting by Raphael, not the Ninja Turtle, but the painter of the School of Athens with all the philosophers and shit.
Yes.
The one guy laying on the staircase, which we'll get to in a minute because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
But-
talk about him.
Socrates is also the mentor to 2 other philosophers, Plato and Aristotle, and led them. And essentially all I have gathered from the 26-minute video I watched on YouTube just yesterday was all philosophers are fairly smart people that come from different backgrounds. They just essentially question everything and don't believe exactly one thing they're told. They want to think for themselves. It's
The first conspiracy theorist.
pretty much, yes. And granted, they developed their own ways to test and figure out their own paths. And they were true. They were correct. So I don't know if you can consider them full conspiracy theorists.
No, not necessarily. More because I did try to get Bucket Shit Education showing out.
For sure, Reed. Bucket Shit Education is showing out.
Hey, I'm proud he did homework.
Yes. I haven't done homework since middle school. So, I mean, high school was legit. Do homework right before the class started. I'm not very...
Off of somebody else's page.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. 100%. Thank God I had smart friends.
That's how I passed. Yeah, I went to summer school. That was fun.
I never went to summer school. Luckily,
That was
I
fun.
almost went to summer school, and then my mom threatened me. It was like, you can't go fishing. You can't go do all these other things during the summer. And I tightened up within like the last 4 weeks and managed to pass the class, so I didn't have to go to summer school.
I failed with like half a point. Blackwell. I hated that
Reed,
teacher.
Tristan is the way you passed. Granted, I'm saying that, and like I don't believe it because I don't believe Tristan is the cause to a lot of the stuff y'all done in high school. But at the same time, I do believe it. It's a very conflicting thing because, granted, most of you have never met my younger brother. I might get him on the podcast one day, and y'all will see what I'm talking about. He's a very innocent-looking, seeming person, but deep down underneath, he is scheming for his next plot.
That's how you gotta be.
And that's how he always is.
That's how you gotta be.
Reed can attest to it. So anybody else that's in chat, if y'all want to chime in, and Reed, you want to vouch my point, you can. But back to philosophy. A lot of philosophers, for dummies like us, have invented things that we all hate, like geometry, hardcore math, hardcore science, and anything else upon those skills. Why they decided to do that in their free time, I have no idea.
They had nothing but free time.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what kills me. Like, they're born in ancient Greece. Every day is a day of survival because you are struggling to make food and buy whatever. Because a lot of these guys came from poor backgrounds. Like, families didn't have nothing. Families were died or executed before they could ever be anything. And so they had nothing. And they managed to make the free time to go to this giant school, essentially not making any money while they're there, and still living and surviving.
Tristan's quiet one. You gotta watch out for.
Most definitely, Reed. Most definitely. You've definitely got to watch out for his ass. He is something else. But like that was one thing I gathered is like most of these guys came from essentially troubled backgrounds, honestly.
A lot of them do.
I mean, poor families that were executed and raised as orphans. A couple of them came from, I'm not going to say nobility, but richer families.
Some in slavery.
Yes, there were some that were even in slavery. Because the video I watched, I wish I could remember, or the guy that actually made the video, because it was very educational. He went over literally from Socrates through Plato, Aristotle, even Confucius, all the way up into the 20th century. If I'm not mistaken, he might have made it into he might have discussed a couple philosophers that were in the 21st century. Like, he covered a wide variety of like where philosophy started to where it was today.
Yeah.
Even leading into the philosopher that helped start the Russian Revolution. Here in a second, I might let Devin take over and take my phone and try to recover this video just to give this guy the props he deserves, because it is a very good video.
Yeah.
And you know me, my attention span is
attention span.
Yeah, attention span. There again, just a retard. Very low educated. My attention span is very short, so for me to be driving and listening to this audio of this guy talking and going over all this stuff and remember some of it, it was a very late Saturday evening that I was listening to all this. Somebody kept me out singing karaoke and playing pool the night before, and so I was very tired. What
asshole would have done that?
I don't know. I think it was somebody wearing a black shirt that has a rifle upside down on it, and I can't read the rest of it. But I've maybe been in them. Somebody sitting directly to my right. But yeah.
I have no recollection.
That is the first time you've ever got me to sing karaoke.
I was surprised that you did.
And you got me to sing it twice.
I know. I'm proud of myself.
I feel like it was the fact that you and Tristan, different Tristan, both bullied me into it.
It didn't take much. It's just more like, you're doing it. Fuck.
That's because if I knew I denied the two of y'all were going to physically drag me on stage.
Oh, if it wasn't that, I would have just brought the mic to the pool table.
I can see you doing that too. But anyways,
I will gladly get on the satellite stage.
Jesus. But yeah, here in a minute, I'll try to look that up and find that guy for y'all real quick. I should have saved it. I didn't. I'm a failure. I'm sorry. I was driving. Trying to get stuff ready for a wedding in the fall. But what would you like to add about the philosophers that we have discussed so far?
Those,
or any others you'd like to bring into it?
Not a whole lot about those.
Bird Dog said,
are oranges called oranges because the oranges are orange, or is the orange called orange because the oranges are orange? It's actually the fruit came first because they didn't have a word for the color orange. They called it red yellow. Fun fact. Fruit came first.
Granted, I have kind of wondered that. I've never asked it out loud to multiple people, nor have I done it on
they named
social stage.
They named the fruit first.
Because I know who Bird Dog is, Bird Dog, you have one more comment like that to make, and I will ban you from chat.
Did you have a stroke trying to read that? I about did. I was trying to say that
didn't have
without
a
slipping
stroke
up.
trying to read it, but I saw who said it, and I was like, "This is gonna be nothing but bullshit all day, every day." I knew it.
We all just learned something.
We did. Thank you, Bird Dog, for it. But you have one more outlandish comment, and you're still like teeter-tottering the edge after the last time you chimed into chat.
He can say so much worse, too.
I know he can. I know
so
he
much
can.
worse.
He's related to you. I know he can.
He's
But
not related to.
we're just gonna overlook him. We're just gonna overlook him.
I will read the comments. I will like Ron Burgundy with the teleprompter. I will read everything that pops
Just
up
pop
on there.
Go ahead. But anyways, what would you like to add into this? Because I know I've been kind of running my mouth about what I've barely learned.
The main one that made me want to do this episode.
The only one that made you want to do this episode.
100%. Well, Plato's in this. Because
he is, but it's because of who it is discussing.
they did beef back and forth. They hated each other.
Is there any way we can get that image to pop up on
If we were
video?
still using OBS, we could.
Because I forget we're not using OBS anymore.
Yeah, I just fucked
Okay.
that. Oh, I didn't. Okay. But I mean, it's the famous picture of the School of Athens is what it's called, by Raphael, and that shows all the philosophers. In the middle of this painting, there is a man in a blue robe, just kind of laying weirdly in the middle of the stairs, kind of in everybody's way.
Like nobody else is there. Everybody else is standing off to the sides, chatting amongst themselves. One guy is
you got
really
Socrates and Plato about to walk down these stairs. He's in the way of Plato, reading a letter, being a professional dick. My favorite philosopher, Diogenes. Diogenes, his main philosophy was cynicism. Not the, everything's gloomy kind of cynicism that we think of today. More so talking about how humans are just reasonable animals. Meaning we don't really need these modern things to help us through life. We just need to be back towards nature. That's what cynicism is. Giving up materialistic needs. And he was the best at it, which we will, of course, get into. Diogenes of Sinope. There's not much that really happened in Sinope with Diogenes, other than the fact that his father worked as a banker, and during this time, Diogenes debased the currency by mixing the coins with metals, with base metals, and he was promptly exiled. He was told that the people of Sinope banished him to exile. He said, well, they're banished to stay here. The fucking mad lad. This is why I love him so much. So he goes on to Athens, where he starts his homeless tirade of being a grade A dick to pretty much everybody. He owned three things. He owned a barrel, or not really a barrel, but like kind of a big ass pot that he just kind of rolled around everywhere, and he slept in. So back to what I was saying. Of course, he was banished. He goes over to Athens. He starts his homeless tirades and shit. But anyway, he has a barrel or a big pot, jar, whatever you want to call it. A spoon and a bowl. One of the most famous Diogenes stories is he was sitting there in the market in his little barrel thing, and he saw this child cupping his hands in a puddle and drinking the water. What do you think he did?
He decided to dip his bowl in the puddle to pick up water.
Not a bad take. You would think he would either do that or possibly say, hey, this kid doesn't have anything.
Somebody said perhaps lower the
Bit rate. I don't know how to do that.
And
I'm not
that,
even
that
gonna-
is above our knowledge.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to lower the
That
bit
is
rate
way above our knowledge.
because I'm gonna fry the computer trying to do that.
Guaranteed.
Me over here typing in Google, what is bit rate? But so no, you would think he would either use his bowl to cup the water or give the child that is very unfortunate, not less fortunate, because the child probably had more than Diogenes, but give him the bowl. Nah, he threw his bowl away because he said, well, this child is living my philosophy better than I am.
Just threw his fucking bowl away.
Yes. He was.
This is you over 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Essentially, you are either a descendant or, depending on your belief in religion,
or
reincarnation of
reincarnated of Diogenes.
Diogenes.
He learned from antitheses. Antitheses. Probably is how you say it. I can't. They got weird names.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce it. But he would hound this dude to teach him cynicism. He looked up to him, and finally, after being berated by Diogenes, he was like, fine, I'll teach you. Just leave me the hell alone. He finally did. This is where he got his cynicism mindset, which is right on the edge of... It's kind of the father of anarchism, is what it comes out to. But a lot of people describe Diogenes as dog-like, which... fair, because if you said things that... If he didn't like you too much, he would be known to piss on you.
The more you describe this,
It gets worse. It gets so
the
much
more
worse.
I'm like, yeah, you are the modern day him.
It gets so much worse.
You are him.
Another one, he believed in, if the human body has to do what the human body does, you just go there. He was in the amphitheater during a play and decided, I have to take a shit. And he shat right there. My favorite philosopher. I love it.
I can understand why he is your favorite.
Very
philosopher.
entertaining. Very entertaining. He's not stuck up like a lot of the other ones.
Anything
are.
else?
Do you think anything is possible? It's still possible for anything. What?
What?
Do you think if anything is possible, it is possible for anything to be impossible? I think so. I would say so. Well, no. Yes, because
Time out. Before you continue with that, let's jump up one. If I'm
wait,
not-
what? Wait, what?
Yes, yes, yes.
I didn't
yes.
see that one.
Yes, that is the reason I said let's jump up one. Read what? If you're not allowed within 100 yards of the school, are you allowed to use binoculars? No. My first fucking question.
I'm gonna DM Chris Hansen again.
Not again. Not again. We've been down this path. Not again. He has not responded.
He's either going to respond to me or block me. Either one is hilarious.
Reed, I don't know what you have done, nor do I care to know what you've done.
But
But
he said, dang it.
no, all the way around, no. Stop. Stay where you're at. But anyways, let's go back down to Raylan?
Do you think if anything is possible, it's still possible for anything to be impossible? I think so. Just for the pure fact that I will slightly agree on my least favorite scientist with this. What's his name? I can't think of it now.
I don't know your least favorite scientist.
He was big in getting rid of Pluto.
Oh, that dickhead.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That dickhead.
Yeah, I don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he's like, he believes in the multiverse theory, I think, and of infinite universes or whatnot. But infinite does have a limit to an extent with when you're talking about that. It's really weird. I think it's retarded, honestly, but
I don't see how infinite has a limit whenever infinite is infinite.
Right, because, I mean, technically, I mean, something has to be impossible. You know, like, I don't think humans can fly. I don't think in any universe humans can fly.
So, on that notion...
We're not birds. Birds aren't real.
We're not going there.
Ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
You haven't seen a baby pigeon?
Stop. We're not going there.
I never heard the answer to my question. No, you're not allowed to look at schools with binoculars.
You're not. No. Reed, I will call your grandmother. I don't know what has happened, but I will call your grandmother. Do not bring her into this.
I love the chat tonight. It's great.
It is great. But he's fixing me on the same list as Bird Dog. But, I do think there are things that are impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the simple fact of, like you said, humans can't fly. There's no way that I could be an Olympic athlete unless I was in the Special Olympics. But even then, I don't qualify for that. I'm so scared to see what you're reading right now.
He said one thing about me, I drive slow through school zones.
Reed.
This is great. I love it.
Go away before you go to hell.
I'm entertained. This is great.
I'm glad you're enjoying this. But I know this person, so like this is slightly like worrisome. Because I know he's just fucking around at this point.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, where was I at? Oh, he was shitting in the amphitheater.
Yes, you're talking about Diogenes shitting in the amphitheater.
Yeah, so he would do things like that.
So now I'm just waiting for you to shit in the Brandon amphitheater.
I mean, they do have public bathrooms there. I don't think they had public bathrooms at the Athens amphitheater.
No, I want you to shit in the middle of the crowd.
In the middle of the crowd. In the pit.
Yes, in the pit. I will pay for your ticket, and then I will record the whole thing. We'll post it to the podcast.
There's probably someone who has shit.
I guarantee there has. This is Mississippi. I mean, we live with a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
But
guarantee it's happened.
I will record the entire concert, plus you just finding a random spot in the pit,
just squatting
down, and be like, "Who's this guy?"
We've derailed so fucking much.
Oh yeah, we went so far off rails. But yes, I would do that.
Oh my god.
If this video on YouTube can get 15 likes, I will buy me and Devin a ticket to the next concert at the Brandon Amphitheater and video him shitting into the amphitheater so he can declare himself the next Diogenes. What did Reed say?
You want to read that one?
The best thing about dating high schools is they never get any older. Matthew McConaughey. Jesus Christ.
He did say that. He did. Matthew McConaughey did say that.
Go away, Reed. At this point, Reed, I will cash app you $20 to stay silent for the next 10 minutes.
So, another reason he was compared to dogs He did frequently get into fights with stray dogs in the city over scraps of meat because he had nothing. That's how he got most of
he
his
had
food.
a barrel and then he threw away his only bowl. So he had a barrel and a spoon.
Yeah, I mean, he begged for everything. Is who this man was.
That sounds about like someone else I know.
I don't. But so where
We're
was
fixing
I?
to have a problem.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no is correct.
There's tweez.
Never had a twee.
Really?
Never had a twee.
Change your life.
I might have
Change
to
your
try
life.
one.
So on top of this, probably one of the wildest things
Let me
he
see if I
did.
can see chat. Okay.
It's the same thing.
Alright, cool.
Anyway, like I said, people called him dog like. He would get in fights with stray dogs on the street.
I can
Over,
see you doing that.
I'd fight a dog.
20 likes on YouTube and we'll find Devin a stray dog to fight.
Peter's gonna love that one.
I mean, after the last episode, we can't dig no further down.
Peter's gonna love that one. I love it. Great. So,
After that, we'll find a dog a loving home to rest in.
we're
It might be a Chinese buffet. Who knows?
so another thing he was notorious for was public whacking
Whoa.
in the middle of the town square. And
Yeah.
what he would say after is the craziest shit.
I want to leave this conversation.
He said,
Can we change
if
the
only
topic?
it. This is the wildest it gets. Then it gets into the more normal shit.
I
Normal.
I need you to hurry the fuck up.
He said, if only it was as easy relieving hunger as rubbing an empty stomach.
What did Reed say?
Want to know my favorite thing about Halloween? Oh, God.
What is your favorite thing about Halloween, Reed? And I'm going to regret that question real quick. I already know. But take your best shot.
The free shipping. So anyway,
Just completely ignored. Yeah, that punchline didn't land very well, bud. Try again next time.
so the Athenians actually loved this dude. To the point that if his barrel or anything was vandalized, they would replace it for him. They loved Diogenes.
Really?
Yes, one man didn't. Plato. He fucking hated Diogenes.
I can only imagine.
Well, there's a big question back then of how do you describe a man in the simplest terms possible. Plato famously said, a featherless biped. So, while Plato was teaching at the school of Athens, Diogenes comes up with a plucked chicken and says, behold, Plato's man, and throws it. So then Plato changes his definition to a featherless biped with flat nails.
I am 100%. You are Diogenes, and granted, I do not believe in reincarnation, but you are most definitely somehow a descendant, and you're
This quote from him does sound a lot like something I would say. But he saw the son of a whore throwing stones into a crowd of people. And he walked up to him and said, be careful, you might hit your father. Oh, now we're on the second page.
Finally. Finally.
But this is a section of like the crazy shit he would say to people and just start pissing them off. There's a story where he meets an archer who can't hit shit. So what does he do? He sits at a very safe distance away from him, next to the target. He would walk around with a lantern during the day, which back then was very taboo. Of like, that's like a big like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know, you don't do that. So he would walk around with a lantern and he would stick it in people's faces, saying, "I'm trying to find an honest man," because he believed that nobody was honest. That people needed to just give up materialistic things and live in barrels. Which the problem with that is you're not hunting for your food. You're not doing anything. You're scrounging off of everybody else.
Yes.
Plato famously told him when he was washing lettuce that if you prayed to Dionysus, you wouldn't have to wash your lettuce. And Diogenes replied, well, if you washed your lettuce, you wouldn't have to pray to Dionysus. Again, one of the whole beefs that they had back and forth. They didn't like each other. Plato invited Diogenes to his house. Why the fuck you would do that, I don't know.
That's kind of the same thing I feel whenever I invite you to my house.
He immediately walks in and just starts treading mud on his carpet and shit.
Again, the same reason I try to question why I invite you to my house.
I don't track too much mud in. Not a lot.
It's not
Maybe a little bit.
No, it's not more so the physical mud.
It's the emotional mud.
No. It's the like spiritual bullshit you might have been playing with the day before.
I don't have a Ouija board.
Because you have threatened to bring demons and other monstrosities into my home.
I haven't
on
threatened.
multiple occasions.
I haven't threatened. I can fight them.
You are not Velocipaster. You cannot.
I love that movie. God, I love that movie.
That is a later episode, guys.
But, so, roundabout, is after Athens, he moves on, going wandering again. He's picked up by pirates. Not Arg, but, you know, they didn't have those accents.
Just fucking continue. Just continue. I'm ready for this to be over with.
He's been sold into slavery and demanded better treatment because he's like, hey, farmers don't treat their livestock as badly as we're being treated. And you know what happened? They fucking obliged and they treated their prisoners better. Then, when asked,
Who was that?
what's better than winning a gold medal at the Paralympics? What's better?
Please tell me, fellow God, that does not read.
Walking. Oh my God.
Send him away.
Oh my God.
Read,
So
for the love of Christ.
while he's being sold into slavery, he's asked what job he can do. Diogenes replies, ruling men. Then demands that he be sold to a certain man in the crowd because he looks like he needs a master. And he fucking was. He is sold to this man and becomes that man's son's tutor.
I don't know if I'd want you to tutor anybody within the vicinity of me. Nonetheless, my son.
So then, this son of a bitch.
It fucked up again?
It did.
I'm just gonna fucking call it quits.
We're almost done with it.
I just wanna fucking die.
It's just reconnecting. We might get back. Oh, we're back. Look at that. We did it. It magically did it.
Yay! I hate this life.
So after being freed, which in his philosophy, what would be freedom? So in his philosophy, what would be freedom? He was already free, even when he was a slave, because, he was nature. But he went to Corinth. And again, the Corinthians loved him. He did the same antics, pissing and shitting everywhere.
What's what?
What's a reverse exorcism? Putting a demon in somebody?
That would be a Ouija board.
Yeah, reverse exorcism. Exorcism, you take the demon out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we shut out again. At this point, I'm fucking done. It's not even for the fact of the fucking episode. It's for the fact that, I know you're gonna have to do a lot of fucking shit to get this shit melted. Yeah,
it's gonna be 20 minutes of editing. Yeah. Perfect. We're back again.
Okay.
But
while Devin is enjoying himself, I'm getting highly irritated.
So, while he's in Corinth, Alexander the Great pays him a visit. Alexander the Great loves Diogenes. Heard about him, big fan. Of course, everybody knows Alexander the Great, who would later go on to conquer the entire known world.
Uh-huh.
So, walks up to Diogenes while he's sunbathing and says, "Wow, Diogenes, love your teaching, all that, shooting the shit with him." And says, "If there's anything you need, you say the word, it's yours." Without looking away from wherever the fuck he was looking, he says to Alexander, "Get out of my sunlight." The fucking balls on this mad lad. Bigger than guinea pigs.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Way bigger than guinea pig, boss.
To
say that to Alexander the
fact that
fucking
this
Great.
man lived in one jar his entire life. No, he needed at least 3 to tote around his sack.
Yeah. So tells him get out of his sunlight. What does Alexander do? Doesn't get mad. He looks at him and says, "If I were not Alexander the Great, I would wish to be Diogenes." Which Diogenes immediately replies, "If I were not Diogenes, I too would wish to be Diogenes." Which is essentially where the story ends. No one knows how this man died. It's either said he died eating raw ox foot and died that way. My favorite theory is that he held his breath because he got tired of living. Which is the one I choose to believe in.
This is undoubtedly the ancient embodiment of you.
Or died to an infected dog bite, which makes a lot of sense. He did frequently get into fights with dogs over scraps of food.
I don't know. I think if knowing you, I feel like you'd probably die of AIDS first.
Fucking AIDS. Basically the dog bite.
No,
So-
I mean, it'd be a horror bite, but yeah.
Fucking whore bite. Rabbit whores.
Anyways,
So-
is there anything in chat?
Let me pull that up while I'm
Yes,
finishing
please,
up.
while we're still
So
live.
the last, it just says the reverse exorcism.
No.
So He was requested to, on his death, to be thrown outside the city gates and have his body just given back to nature. Let the dogs eat him, whatever the fuck. Well, they didn't honor that. Instead, they did give him a proper burial at the city gate of Corinth.
Demon what?
When the demon tells the priest to get out of the child. I've heard that one. I do remember that one now. But they buried him at the city gate of Corinth. They had a lot of respect for him. In 2006, I believe it was, they erected a statue in Sinope of Diogenes holding a lantern with a dog. I believe it's still standing today. But that's the entire story of Diogenes that I know of. But please do research on Diogenes.
At this point, there's nothing. I did see something that within the past week that did strike my interest because of you. This is something that I feel like you would do, even though that I know your post-living arrangements are.
They're already in order.
This fellow turned around and in his will on his dying request was that his skull was to be sent to this company that preserves skulls, and the remainder of his body was to be burned to ash, essentially cremated, and sent to this other company that used the ash to push it or to press it into being some form of diamond or jewels. Therefore, it was supposed to be made into two jewels that were supposed to be inlaid into the skull. That way his skull could be laid upon the mantle of his family and passed down through the years with the jewels in the eyes.
That's kind of badass. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either. Like
cool.
I said, I saw that. I meant to send it to you on TikTok, and I didn't.
That's badass.
But while we were kind of at a former intermission, the fellow that I watched the video about philosophers and everything, I learned a little bit, and it did not get incorporated into this video because Devin took over the entire video about Diogenes.
My bad.
And because he's a dick.
Like Diogenes.
But for anybody that actually is curious and may want to learn up on former philosophers and why they think the way they think, please go and look up on YouTube Jay Dunn History on YouTube. Great guy, great. I gained a lot of information from him. I'd have gained more if I wasn't tired and half drunk. They stood for, learned, and taught the modern world and brought into this world. Before our camera goes to screw up again, please like and share, comment, do whatever.
Yeah.
Tell us what y'all want us to talk about.
We'll talk about damn near anything.
This is what this podcast is built on. Granted, yes, our name is Running with Rabbits. We will talk and run with anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. If y'all have not learned that within the past few episodes, I can guarantee you we will not bite. La 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 la. I'm gone. I'm done at this point. We're not bashful about talking about anything, whether it is political, civil, whatever, cryptic, whatever. We'll talk about it anyway, which way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But comment, hell, send us. We have email. I know all of our links are a little bit different. Our names aren't the same on every platform. We're trying to work on that and fix it. But our email always remains the same. And granted, I have not done the best about checking our email because I don't feel like many people send emails these days. But if you want to send an email and tell us a topic you would like to tell us about or you'd like for us to talk about, please send it.
Your best thing to do is leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Leave a comment and then leave a comment. Hell, even send a DM on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And if you have a funny story, send an email, send a DM. We'll talk about it with you and then get more information out of it and then discuss it on the podcast. But the more y'all talk, the more we say, the more we do, and the wilder we get.
Yeah, especially on the Twitch. If y'all haven't joined the Twitch, join it.
Join the Twitch.
It gets
the live
fun.
Is the funniest, except for a day like today where our camera has been truly acting up, and I'm about ready to throw it in the river.
Yeah, but I think Reed does want to leave y'all with a joke.
Oh God!
What's the difference between Stephen Hawking and a walkie-talkie? Stephen can't walkie or talkie, especially now because he's dead.
Reed,
you can say that about him. He diddled kids. Allegedly. I think he did, though. He was,
I don't know how you diddle kids when you can't walk or talk or get hard.
I don't know. Maybe that was all a front.
Maybe. But, Reed, you have been good. I do appreciate you, brother. But maybe try and keep a little on touch with the topic at hand, please.
Anytime.
We do appreciate it, brother. We love you. We thank you for everything. But we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.